Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of, well, me. That's right, today I'm going to be taking a look at two of the custom action figure heads from That'sMyFace.com. Now what That'sMyFace.com does is they take photographs of somebody like me or you, any individual. You can send in a photograph and they use that to create a custom action figure head that you can put on any action figure body. That way you can have your very own action figure. So just take a look at these here. What I've got is the figure that is meant for like the 6-inch, 7-inch action figures, and then I got a smaller head which is their Mini Mates head. This one is meant to fit on the Mini Mates bodies, or would probably also work for any of your 3 3/4 inch or 4-inch action figures. So just take a look at these little dudes. I mean, honestly, the likeness is pretty impressive. I pulled these guys out of the envelope and I was a little bit creeped out seeing two tiny little decapitated heads of myself roll out. That's how good these are. Not only did they do a great job of capturing the face likenesses and all the details, but I mean, you can see the way the shape of my sideburns, my hairline, everything matches exactly what it looks like on my face. I mean, here, let's just take a look. It's comparison time! It's pretty impressive, actually. I will say that you look at it really up close, it is a little rough as far as the sculpt goes. You can see a lot of lines and everything on this, and it's not made of the same type of softer plastic that most action figures are. It's a very hard, very rigid plastic. So it's not going to be very flexible. Now, I will say that the farther away you are from it, the better the likeness looks. So that way, because when you're up close, you can really see all the little lines and kind of roughness of the plastic there. But the further away you get from it, the more lifelike it looks. It's really well done. A little creepy, but really well done, because it's impressive to see an action figure head that looks exactly like me. So this is the way it works. You want to fit this on any of your existing action figure bodies. When you order one of these faces from That'sMyFace.com, they are nice enough to include a sheet of instructions that kind of gives you a rundown and some suggestions on how you can attach these to your action figures. Along with that, they send you a small little piece of sticky tack, as well as a little piece of this putty that hardens and some super glue. Now this goes for their 3 different methods that they have of attaching the head on there. So if you want something that is a little less permanent, you will use just the little sticky tack that comes with it. You stuff that inside the action figure head, you fit it on the body, and that way it'll hold in place, but you can still rotate it, you can move it, and you can pop it off if you want to. Now if you want to get a little more permanent, you can use either this other putty that they've included or the super glue. Super glue, of course, you would just fill the inside with glue, you'd stick it on the figure, it would permanently stick. If you'd rather use the putty, this putty here hardens. You just pull it apart, you mix the green and blue together really well, you stick it inside of the head, put it on your action figure body, it'll dry, and again, that will be a permanent hold. So if you want it to be permanent, you've got those options. I, on the other hand, would rather just use the little putty here. That way I can kind of arrange it the way I want to, and if I want to swap it on some different figures, we can do just that. So I've always wanted to be He-Man. Let's see what I look like on the He-Man body. Now the great thing about the Masters of the Universe Classics line, of course, is that they do have the removable heads already, so you can just pop those off of there. We'll take this sticky tack stuff, we'll put a little chunk of it inside the 6-inch or 7-inch head there of Pixel Dan. Put that on the body. Wow, look at that, and there we go. There is my head on He-Man's body. That is crazy. I work out. Yeah, check me out. I'm buff. Now, of course, depending on the action figure you use, the necks are always different. You can see this one does kind of look like he's got kind of a tall neck. So if you're a customizer, you might want to do some more modifications. Of course, the skin tones may not match up. The head there is my skin tone, and I'm a little more pale than He-Man, so the skin tones don't match quite perfectly, but still, I mean, you can see it works really well. So that's a great way to kind of have some fun and put your head on different characters there. Like, how about Mesquite? I've got to do Mesquite, right? I've got that Mesquite mask in real life. Why not just put me on the Mesquite body? So we'll do that, and oh man, look at that. What if I had a costume like this, huh? That'd be way better than just wearing a mask around San Diego Comic-Con. Look, I really look like Mesquite now. You put the little head in his hands, make it look like it's the mask that he wears. Pixel Dan has become Mesquite. He likes him too much. It's impressive. It really is. It's really quite crazy. All right, let's look at the smaller one now. Now, the smaller head, like I said, this is their Mini-Mate's head. That's what they call it. It's meant to fit on the Mini-Mate bodies. So I've got a little Mini-Mate Lion-O here. And you can do the same thing. You can use the putty. You can just stick it on there. It will just kind of sit on the knob, but it won't hold in place unless you use something to kind of hold it in there. But then you can see, you kind of got this really lifelike head sitting on top of a Mini-Mate body, which is actually kind of cool. And there's so many different styles of Mini-Mates out there. I mean, Thundercats, they're superheroes. There's the Walking Dead ones. I mean, you can put your head on any type of body you can think of because Mini-Mates have just about everything. And that looks pretty cool. And like I said, this is right around in the right scale that if you'd rather put it on a G.I. Joe body or a Star Wars body, I'm sure you could get that to work. That would be really cool as well. So, there you go, guys. That's my look at the exclusive custom Pixel Dan head that was made by That'sMyFace.com. It's definitely a fun little thing. It's something neat that you might want to look into. It definitely makes a great gift item. Maybe you want to get somebody their own action figure as a gift. That's kind of a fun way to do it. Now, there's definitely a lot more customization I can do with this. I just kind of popped this on some existing bodies. One thing that I could really do if I sat down and put some time to it, I could really make myself a cool custom Pixel Dan action figure. Maybe I want to paint an actual It's Comparison Time t-shirt on the body of a figure and then put that on there and make myself a real Pixel Dan figure. That's always an option too. It really just depends on your skill level as far as customizing goes, but That'sMyFace.com does the hard job of creating the face that looks like you for you. So it's pretty cool. So if you want to check this out yourself, want to look into it, maybe see if it's something that you want to purchase, all you got to do is head on over to www.that'smyface.com. They've got lots of styles to choose from, including 12-inch figureheads for their 12-inch figures. They got all the prices and everything listed right there. All you got to do is supply them with a photo, and you can get your own little custom head for your own action figure. Until next time.